Hello again. Today we have a trophy guide for new horror game Case Animatronics, and it will come out on the 4th of September. It's a pretty cool little game. I've enjoyed it. I reckon you'll get the platinum in about 40 minutes to an hour. As long as you have your wits about you, you'll be alright. I recommend popping up the brightness quite a bit so you can see the 3 roaming enemies easier. All the trophies are going to be story related except for 3 for just finding notes. 1 trophy for 1 note, 1 trophy for 7 notes, and then the last collectible trophy for finding all 14 notes. Okay, so let's begin. You'll get your first trophy called Awakening just for starting the game. And to start off, just like a bit of a tutorial, do the few little bits and bobs that will tell you on screen. Pick up your torch, press circle to use your torch. And when you pick up the tablet, it's just square to turn your tablet on, and then triangle to zoom in or zoom out of your tablet.
Okay, got it. What a comfortable gadget.
When you're zoomed into the tablet, you can see all the different rooms that you can view there. So you can use the tablet as much or as little as you like to see where your enemies are to get through safer. But I'll be honest, I mainly throughout the game go by sound. I prefer to just listen out for their footsteps.
What is it? We better approach the fuse box in the control
So
room.
let's just continue with the little tutorial section and just make your way to the control office. Once you're in the control office, you're just going to need to interact with the fuse box. Oh, hi friend. So that is a story related unmissable death. You can't get out of that there. So let's start the game for reals.
Time to go home.
You can't skip this intro cutscene, but later on you can skip through dialogue with the circle button. So when you gain control of your character, we're going to start sweeping the rooms for the notes. The thing with this game, they're never in fixed positions. Every time you play or die, all the notes will spawn in different places. But they're all going to be very easy to see, and they'll always be in the same kind of places. So when you enter a new room, always check in all the desk drawers, all the filing cabinets, check all the walls, including the walls behind the doors. There'll be some sneaky ones there. And then they could be on shelves or on the floor. But as there's only 14 you need to find, it's not as bad as you'd think. So we'll just do a sweep of this starting office. And here is my first note. To get your second trophy, the Beginner Seeker, for finding your first note. To view how many notes you got, go in the pause menu and it's just there. So before we even begin with the story, we're going to do a sweep of this whole big room here, and also this little extra office at the top on the left. Again, remember to always do like I'm doing there, look behind the door for a sneaky note. I will say again, remember your notes could be in any places. That's why I'm not writing note 1 or 2 on the screen, because my notes and your notes will be in completely different places. So also go into this conference room at the back. For some reason you can't interact with the filing cabinets in here, so just check the desk drawers, and you see the right hand wall I've looked up at there for a moment. There's a sneaky note on there sometimes by the flags. So make sure you have done a good search of this big room before we carry on. So now that that's done, turn left and go to the top of the corridor to pick up a code you need from the wolf. Of course, always keeping your eyes out for any notes lying around in any new area. So look at the old wolfy boy to get your code. Like everything in this game, it's all orangey, so your code will be different to my code. So then go back to the control room. Boo! And import whichever was your own code.
Well, I need to find the electrical panel.
In here, once you've done your usual sweep for notes, all you have to do is interact with the fuse box again.
That's better. Now I need to turn on the second fuse box.
Okay, so the next step, all you have to do is answer the phone.
Shit.
Once we've answered the phone, our first roaming enemy will come into play. Okay, so just turn around and enter where this door will open to hide in a locker. We're going to wait in this locker until we see Wolfie walk past. Then we can exit the locker and go into the rooms that are now open that he came from. There he goes. So exit, go round to the right and through this new door that's now open. We've got another large room and 2 side offices to check for notes. I do recommend, now that the enemies are about, make it just habit to shut the doors after any little office that you're in. They just seem to see you less that way. And whenever you're searching these large areas, like I said, you've got to keep your wits about it this game. So every now and then have a little look for him. See what I'm doing here? I'm looking out the window. I'm seeing if I can see him coming through the door or if I can hear his footsteps to know if I'm safe or not. If he was coming, just stay in one of these side offices with the door shut and you should be alright, as long as you don't look at your tablet. Or you can hide under some desks. So yeah, always be every now and then checking where your enemies are. I'll also mention at this point, as you can now die, if you do die, you will lose the notes you will have collected since the last save spot. But the game does auto-save quite a lot. It'll save for you every time you've either picked up an important item, not including notes unfortunately, or it will auto-save after every little cutscene or, you know, phone dialogue. So I'm reminding you that our next step is going to be to pick up a blue key card, which you will get a save point from. But if Wolfie does manage to eat you up before you get to that blue key card, you're going to have to search this big room again. Okay, so now that's all searched, make your way back to the locker room area, and the blue key card you need now will be either on the locker room floor or in the shower room floor. Listen out for Wolfie's footsteps. If it seems clear, go for it, but be careful because he can be in this shower room. He has eaten me up in here before. Pick up your blue key card, whichever spot it spawned in there at. And now exit the locker room and it'll just be the next door on the right hand side that you need to use this key card for. You can see which colours are needed. See, that's blue there. In you go. Time for another room to search. So as there was only just a moment ago the last save spot picking up that blue key card, we might as well search this room first before we interact with the fuse box, which will get us our next save spot. Okay, now that's done, interact with the fuse box. For the cutscene, it's going to introduce us to the second roaming beastie, the kitty. The cat will move in and out of the vents above you, so whenever you hear the rustling above you, those will be the times to hide.
What else can you think of? I should avoid the ventilation tubes.
The next step, we need to get the lockpick out of a safe from the very back room, I'm going to call it a storage room. But what's strange about it, what I'm showing you here, and why I'm going to ignore that note right there, is sometimes, for some reason, the safe just isn't there. It should always be on this shelf in the very back left corner. You see? Nothing there. Weird. So if that happens to you, you're going to have to just find one of the enemies and just get yourself killed. For some reason that will fix it and it will spawn the next time you're brought to life. And you wouldn't have lost any notes or anything because, you know, we just had that save on the fuse box.
Tablet battery is empty.
Okay.
Remember, there was a charger in Ben's.
Here we are again, and everything should be fine now. So go back to that safe in the very back corner of that back room. It's typical that note ain't there this time, innit?
Hello, detective.
But hooray, here is the safe we want. As usual, have a quick look round any new room for notes. There's quite often one just on this lower shelf on the right hand side of the safe, but not this time. So open your safe and pick up the lockpick.
Let's try to open the door.
That also is progressing your story trophies along quite nicely, because that will get you the 6 of 13 trophies Picklock. Just have another quick look around before you leave. And now we need to make our way to the Ben Riley office, which will be the office right next to our own office that we started in. Here will be a little cutscene and a save spot, and it's good there's a save spot here because the next 5 minutes will be the most awkward of the game. We don't have to get far, but Wolfie is going to be in the room we need to get in. So it's just a bit of a pain. Get there any way you can. My plan here was to open these 2 locker room doors and loop around whichever other side he was going to walk, but he won't get out this office at the moment. You can just about still see him there, just still looping around. See, I've tried to make a run for it straight into this office. If I'd have not missed closing the door, I think I would have been safe there. But as I have missed it, he's seen me. But I'm still leaving this little attempt in there because maybe try it, you might get lucky. So here's another method. Just play the waiting game. So if you run straight through into this room and hide under this desk, and I literally just waited until it sounded like the coast was clear, till it sounded like the footsteps were far away. Of course, like always, you can look on your tablet to try and see where the other enemies are and see if your coast is clear. But yeah, just try by any means you feel necessary to try and get to that door to lockpick. Okay, it sounded safe, so I couldn't have a look. Wolf is at the end of the corridor there. What you can't see at the moment, but Wolfie has actually just gone off to the left towards the control room. So I'm finally safe to go and access this door. So make sure the right door that says Ben Riley and start your little lockpick. Bloody lockpicks. They can be a pain. So good luck. You'll get there eventually. And luckily there is a save just as soon as we get in this door for you.
It's weird that the charger is off.
Next step,
See what's on a computer
when
screen.
you've had a little search of the room for your notes as usual, then go onto the computer on the desk and play the little mini game. Very easy match the pairs mini game.
Virus. What is it? Is it a game? So, you want me to go through it? Oh, now
Okay, that has given us power, so we can now charge the tablet on the desk there on the left. So pop your tablet in there, and also the power on as put the green lights on these filing cabinets. So search all four of the filing cabinets and a quick look for notes, as well as the red key card will be in one of them. So pick that up. It's also given you another story trophy, the red card trophy. That's our 9th of 13 trophies. So you can either wait a few more minutes and charge your tablet up more to full, or just pick it up now and just crack on. So the red key card will open the little office that is through the door that we opened with the blue key card. So make your way back there. Through this door on the right. Go through this one.
What do you want me to remember?
And shut the door behind you as soon as you're in,
Took everything from you.
because that stops the enemies from getting in for a moment.
A complete failure, even for a rookie like me who had just graduated from the academy.
Because right now I can't open the door again while this dialogue's going on, so that means they can't open it and get in either. Mwahahaha.
Why did he refuse to
Have a quick search of the room as usual, and then you might as well get under the desk straight away, because part of this little scene the cat will drop in.
Either way, he clearly blames me for what happened. Oh, damn cat, not now! Well, get out of here already!
Okay, go and answer the phone. The next step of the game In this room is a safe, which is where we need the next yellow key card from. But that safe won't open until 3 a.m.
Holy crap.
That safe right there. So as we've got a little time to kill, we're going to go do what it's telling us to and go turn the ventilation back on from the control room. As usual, just have your wits about you to try and get around the enemies. Either go by sound or using your tablet to see where they are. And like I've written on screen there, I am just leaving this one death in just to show you that death can be a good thing. And everything about this game is RNG. The notes are RNG, and the enemy placements and routes and everything's RNG. So right there, I haven't seen it at the moment, but there's a note has appeared right next to that phone, which is perfect really, because that adds a note to my list that wasn't there before if I hadn't died. Okay, so Wolf is coming around that side, so I'm doing the loop around the locker trick. Make your way to the control room and just interact with this computer on the desk to turn the ventilation back on. And because I died, I decided to check these filing cabinets again just in case. So now just make your way back to that office we were just in, ready for when the safe will open. Okay, and here's that lovely new note that I've seen this time. Only 3 left to go for the full 14. So now you can just hide under the desk in here to be safer the whole time. It's going to take just about 2 minutes for the in-game timer to take you to 3 a.m. There's going to be 2 dialogue bits. There's the first one where he's saying, I gotta wait till 3 a.m. And the next time that he mentions 3 a.m, you'll see the save icon in the top left corner, and that's when the save will be open.
I must hold on until 3 a.m.
Okay, that's the dialogue and the save icon flashing, telling us we can now get in the safe. So open it up and pick up the yellow key card. This yellow key card will open the interrogation room, so you can just run straight round to that. It's just this door here. Go inside and just wait for the phone to ring. We're approaching the very end of the game now. Okay, answer the phone to be introduced to the third and final beast, the scary Mrs. Owl. And the other good thing about reaching this cutscene is that it will pop your last 2 story-related trophies. Don't blink for meeting the owl, and oh really, for getting to the finish line. Now to deal with the owl, it says you can't walk away, but you can. What it means is don't look away. If you look away from her, you'll die. So within a few moments, she'll just disappear. I don't know if it helps or not to look at your tablet. She'll just go in a minute. Magic. Okay, so now go in the room that she was blocking. Check the drawers. My last note is in this drawer here, which is marvellous, because the final note is in a fixed place that we'll grab next. And pick up the battery, which will be in this other drawer. So we need to put this battery in the radio, this radio here. This will create a diversion for the wolf who's currently blocking our path up ahead. So now run straight into this little office and close the door. And now watch out the window to make sure wolf is gone out of the way. There he goes. So off we can go. To go grab our final note, which is also our last trophy. So just go into this archives room here. You get to enjoy another lockpick. Bloody lockpicks. So the last note will always be in this archives because it's a case file and it's part of the story. Okay, and it'll be this one on the folder on the desk. Just showing you it was the last one I needed. So pick it up and then you should get your last trophy and the lovely platinum. You don't even have to finish the game really, even though there's not much left. If you haven't got quite all the notes yet though, don't worry. You can just do another loop around, checking more drawers and walls and all the rest of it, and it won't be long till you find the missing ones. So good luck, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.